Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're gonna talk about wedding drama, or just give you a wedding update with a little dose of drama because gosh, it wouldn't be a wedding without some drama, or at least that's what I've heard, and I've been like mostly fortunate to avoid it up until this point. And I would say for the most part, I have avoided it very well. However, there's just a few things, okay? So we left off talking about a dress. I bought a dress, it came in, I bought a strapless dress, and of course my mom, before I even started dress shopping, said, I just have one request, don't get a strapless dress. That was what she wanted. My parents of course helped me out with the wedding a lot more than I thought they would, so of course I feel indebted to them in a way, mostly monetarily, about this wedding. So she wanted me to add straps, and at first I agreed. Of course there's a way that we can work out adding straps to this to make it look gorgeous. She found me an alterations person in town to whom I took the dress. We met, we went over how we wanted it to look. I tried cap sleeves and it just wasn't working the way I wanted it to work. So we ended up just like very edge of the shoulder straps with this lace that matches the dress. And truly it could be pretty, but it's just so danged 90s to me. Like that's all I can think about when I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to look like I'm from the 90s all of a sudden. And then it just makes me uncomfortable. But I think also part of the problem, I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder, but it's thunder right here. And ladies, I don't know if this happens to you or not, but it might be when I'm looking into that mirror and trying this on and I'm seeing how this dress fits. It's not fitting me the way I want it to fit because I bought that dress knowing I'm gonna lose 20 to 30 pounds, and I haven't done that yet. I haven't really been working on it to the way I need it to be. I haven't been focused on eating well, and I haven't been making it to the gym the number of times I promised myself. And part of that is my job. Like I travel and it's difficult, and a lot of times when I'm on show sites, what I'm eating is not up to me. If they deliver pizza and that's all I get to eat in 10 hours, I'm eating pizza. Like I don't always get to choose, make choices, and be picky. And I know that there are trainers out there who will give you ways to combat that in a show or work situation, and I'm working on it. And I'm trying to take matters in my own hands. I've been working harder and harder, more and more. So I think maybe part of it is that I'm just unhappy with the way I look in the dress and not unhappy with the straps. But the last time I went, I just got so aggravated by the straps. I was like, I just don't like anything that we're doing. And she was like, well, how about I make them removable? And I was like, that's a great idea, because at least at the end of the day, if I've really tried, I put the effort forth, paid the money to do the alterations for my mom, and I get to the day of the wedding and I look at myself in the mirror and I say, I cannot wear these straps in good conscience, then I can take them off. And that seems reasonable to me. I don't know if it seems reasonable to her, but I did tell her that we were making them removable. She thinks they look gorgeous. Maybe I'll insert a picture. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think, and I'd love to hear your opinions or any war stories. Yeah, so that's where we are with the wedding dress. I finally found an officiant, so I don't know if I've mentioned this, but we're having our wedding at a golf course because I wanted to get married outside and I wanted it to be like a beautiful area with trees, and I found it at this golf course, and they're gonna let me get married on the grass, not on a green that you golf on, but like on a grass nearby a green. It's honestly, it's a beautiful setting. It's everything I want. Like Indiana has such beautiful trees in September, and it's gonna be gorgeous. Because of that, we're not doing it in a church, and therefore we don't have a pastor, and we couldn't find anybody to be our officiant. Let me tell you, there's just not a lot of people that you can find online. There's good ones out there. They book first. If you want to find an officiant not through a church online, you need to do it way ahead of time, because everybody that seemed semi-sane and normal and like professional and good at their job was booked. So we went a different route. I didn't even realize it, but at my company there is a gentleman who was a pastor for years and years, and he's always done like weddings and funerals for people. He has delightfully agreed to be our pastor, and I'm so relieved because holy crap, I didn't want some weirdo marrying. Like, you want somebody you have like a semi-comfort level with, or at least trust, not to say anything wacky. That was really what I wanted. And so he is not any of those things, and I'm really excited. I am meeting with our florist in March, and the whole theme is still succulents, so we're just gonna meet and get pictures and solidified and pickup times and all of that stuff, even though we're so far out. Like I said, my wedding's not till September, but you have to do so much stuff so far out. We have asked all of our grooms and bridesmaids at this point. My bridesmaids have purchased their dresses. They are all from Lulu's, and can I just say to you, I highly recommend Lulu's if you're looking for your bridesmaids dresses, because a couple of the ladies already were like, wow, you're not making us pay $200. I'm like, fuck, I'm not making you pay $200. My friends that I love work so hard for their money. They're all artists. You think I can ask them to spend $200 on some damn dress? I cannot. These people are gifts to this earth, and I'm not gonna make them waste their money on a stupid dress. So Lulu's had dresses from like $60 to $80, and I picked a couple different ones, but pretty inexpensive. And I'm gonna give them a choice of a couple different shoe options in the $20 to $40 range. And so they're gonna have an outfit for $100 to $120. I bought them their earrings. They are from Kendra Scott. I had a friend who worked at Kendra Scott in town, and she was able to get me a very good discount on those, and I was very lucky. I would not have been able to afford any Kendra Scott jewelry without that. I got earrings for all my bridesmaids and necklaces for one of my bridesmaids who doesn't have her ears pierced, and a necklace for my mom, and earrings for myself. I picked out bridal jewelry and I wore it at my last fitting, and I don't like it. So, I mean, I'm gonna wear it, keep the earrings, but I think the necklace has to change somehow. It just wasn't formal enough. It was too informal. I mean, I like the necklace. I'll probably wear it. Following that up, the other thing we've been working on planning, and his family has agreed to take over the rehearsal dinner, which is really nice of them, and we're really thankful. They are going to be paying for that. And so again, because it's their money, they want specific food, and I just feel bad because I'm not an Indiana girl. I was never an Indiana girl. I don't like what they like. Like, they really like meat and potatoes, and if I can avoid meat and potatoes at any cost, I would love that. Like, please don't make me eat pot roast. Please don't make me eat barbecue. Like, every meal we have with them is pot roast or barbecue or some sort of weird meat choice that's a lot of meat, and like, I just feel so guilty because I don't want to eat that, especially like when I'm trying to look cute in a dress. You know what I mean? Like, tacos. Let's have some tacos. Or like, can we just have Chinese food? Or, you know, some chicken. Like, I don't know. I'm not that hard to please, I don't feel like, but when I'm around them, I feel like I'm so hard to please, and I feel like I'm going to be the cause of some sort of weird strife, because of course I'm gonna let them pick whatever they want, and I'm gonna eat it and smile because fuck, I just don't care that much. But like, can we not? I don't know. I don't want to be an asshole, and so I'm trying to do my best not to be an asshole. We're gonna meet and talk about food for the reception after the wedding. We're gonna do some tastings. What else? Oh, the band I have been in love with never got back to me. They just stopped taking my calls. So, fuck. What are you supposed to do with that information? So I guess I did a sort of last ditch effort thing, and there's a manager who manages a bunch of in-town bands, some smaller acts that I know because I hire bands through him for work. I emailed him from my personal email and said, can you help? Like, here's my budget, here's my dates, here's what I'm looking for. Is there anything you can pull out of your butt that fits these things? And he said he'd get back to me. So I'm waiting to hear about that. Otherwise, we're gonna get a DJ, and I just feel so nervous because DJs, like, you have to get a good one, and that's not a dick. And then if you get a good one, you're gonna have to pay a lot more money, and that's just not what I want. I'll let you know how that goes. I'm so in love with this idea of having a classic rock cover band, just doing classic rock covers and Beatles and like some Motown, and just like hanging out during the reception. I think that's pretty much everything. Like, I'm really doing good, I feel like. Hopefully I'm in a good place. If there's anything that I should be aware of and you dealt with this, please put that down below. I love you guys, and I hope this wedding works out, right? Fuck, I don't know. We still have to pick out his ring and get my band, so yeah, we need to work on that stuff. Catch me on Friday for #AdultFriendship.